In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college basketball games happening on January 18, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college basketball games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Connecticut versus Seton Hall. The Connecticut Huskies collide with the Seton Hall Pirates in a Big East showdown on Wednesday evening. The Huskies were hit with a home loss by St. John's last time out. The Pirates recorded a road win against DePaul on Saturday. UConn defeated Seton Hall in 2 of 3 meetings last season. UConn is 1-6 against the spread in their last 7 games. UConn is 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 games following an against the spread loss. Seton Hall is 2-9 against the spread in their last 11 home games against a team with a winning road record. The Huskies of UConn head down to New Jersey looking to rebound against the Pirates of Seton Hall. UConn suffered an 82-76 loss at Marquette on January 11th, and that's an understandable loss. An 85-74 setback at home against St. John's as a 14.5-point favorite is rather inexplicable, and UConn is now 1-4 straight up in its past 5 outings, while going 1-6 against the spread in the past 7 overall. Backing the Huskies seems like a crazy idea based on the information above, and the fact UConn is 4-10 against the spread in the past 14 road games, and 1-5 against the spread in the past 6 against winning teams overall. However, Connecticut is a solid 14-6-1 against the spread in the past 21 games following a double-digit loss at home. In addition, the road team is 5-1 against the spread in the past 6 meetings in this series, and the favorite is 5-2 against the spread in the last 7 in this series. The Pirates of Seton Hall head into this game looking for a 4th consecutive victory, with the team's last loss coming on January 3rd at Creighton. The team's last loss on its home court came on December 17th against Providence, a 71-67 setback. The home team has won the past 3 meetings outright, including twice as an underdog during the span. There is a lot of concern since the Pirates are just 2-9 against the spread in the past 11 home games against teams with a winning road record, and the fact the series trends point to UConn. However, Seton Hall is playing the better basketball lately, and the Huskies have won just once in their past 5 games overall. So the Seton Hall to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. The Huskies rank 13th with 116 points per 100 possessions, and while they have not been at their best recently, it's still one of the best offensive teams in DI. They attempt more threes than a majority of squads, averaging 26 3-point attempts per game. In addition, Seton Hall is producing, especially on its home floor, where they have accumulated 88 and 76 points respectively in their last 2 games. I mention this because UConn has allowed 73 or more points in 3 straight road games, including 82 against Marquette. The over is also 5-2 in the Huskies' last 7 games. I expect plenty of scoring. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. TCU versus West Virginia. We've got a really solid college basketball slate on Wednesday with 7 matchups featuring a ranked team, including this one here as the West Virginia Mountaineers host the TCU Horned Frogs. TCU is 14-3 and ranked 14th in the latest AP poll, while West Virginia is 10-7. The Horned Frogs are 22-8-1 against the spread in their last 31 road games and 6-1 against the spread in their last 8 games overall. The Mountaineers are 0-4 against the spread in their last 4 home games and 1-6 against the spread in their last 7 games overall. The over is 4-0 in Horned Frogs' last 4 overall. The over is 29-10 in Mountaineers' last 39 overall. The home team is 9-2 against the spread in the last 11 meetings. TCU ended its 2-game losing streak with an 82-68 home win over Kansas State on Saturday. It was the 3rd Big 12 win for the Horned Frogs, who have also beaten Texas Tech and Baylor since the beginning of conference play. Their 2 losses came by a combined 6 points points to Iowa State and Texas, two teams that are 29-6 combined straight up this season. For their next test, the Horned Frogs will travel on the road to Morgantown to play a West Virginia team that has yet to win a game against a Big 12 team. The Mountaineers are 10-7 overall and 0-5 in conference play, but they have been competitive in each of their losses in conference, as just one of the 5 losses were by double digits. This seems to be an ideal spot for the Mountaineers, but TCU has the more reliable offense going against the weaker defense. Per KenPom, the Mountaineers score 100 points per 100 possessions with an effective field goal percentage of just 46.2%. Furthermore, the Mountaineers struggle from the three-point line and the free throw line, making just 29% and 60.8% of those shots against conference opponents, respectively. On the other side of the floor, the Mountaineers yield 109 points per possession to Big 12 opponents while giving up an effective field goal percentage of 52.5%. They rank as the second worst defense in the conference and also tend to struggle to defend without fouling their opponents. Offensively, TCU is going to try to play fast, cut off the ball, and get to the rim often in this matchup, and it should have success doing that against a West Virginia defense that ranks in the 55th percentile in transition, 7th percentile against opposing cuts, and 64th percentile at the rim per synergy. Defensively, the Horned Frogs rank 3rd in the Big 12 in adjusted efficiency, holding opponents to 101 points per 100 possessions. Furthermore, they defend the perimeter well and should be able to limit West Virginia's sharpshooters such as Eric Stevenson, Tree Mitchell, and Emmett Matthews. TCU is battle-tested on the road already this season, so the TCU Horned Frogs to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. TCU ranks 19th nationally in defensive efficiency, but just 69th in offensive efficiency. When they have had to step up in competition, their offense has often struggled, and they just don't have enough shooting for me to feel confident about their prospects on the road here. College basketball totals are often decided by free throws, particularly when games are very close and down to the wire, which this one is projected to be. And none of TCU's top 6 scorers shoot better than 72% from the charity stripe. West Virginia's offensive ceiling isn't too high, as they don't have anybody averaging more than 14 points per game. The Mountaineers need this one like blood and are back at home after a brutal road loss, so I expect the defensive intensity to be off the charts. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Auburn versus LSU. The Auburn Tigers travel to Louisiana to take on the LSU Tigers on Wednesday night in Southeastern Conference action by the Bayou. Auburn comes into the matchup ranked 16th in the country with a record of 14-3 overall and 4-1 in Southeastern Conference play. LSU sits at 12-5 overall but has struggled in Southeastern Conference play with a 1-4 record thus far. LSU is 1-6 against the spread in their last 7 home games. The over is 5-0 in the Tigers' last 5 road games. The under is 3-0-1 in the Tigers' last 4 games on Wednesday. The over is 6-1 in the Tigers' last 7 games following a straight-up win. Just a couple of weeks ago, LSU was a 12-1 team that had just beaten number 9 Arkansas. There is still a lot to like about this team, and they've only lost 1 game at home all year. KJ Williams is playing at an unbelievable level, while Auburn doesn't have anybody averaging more than 14 points per game. Auburn only has 1 impressive win all season, and they have failed most of their tests. I don't believe they deserve to be ranked 14th, not when they just lost by 12 to Georgia. LSU really struggled in the last game with the defense giving up 106 points, but they are going to bounce back in this game. Auburn's offense in the last game wasn't exactly elite, and they are going to play down to LSU in this game. Now might be the time to buy low on LSU following their ugly loss to Alabama. That one game doesn't define them, and I think everybody has way overreacted to their 1-4 start to conference play. Look for this game to be a little slower paced, and that will be enough for LSU to keep this game close. So the LSU Tigers to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Both of these sides are significantly better on defense than on offense, particularly Auburn. Auburn ranks 13th nationally in defensive efficiency, but just 59th in offensive efficiency. Auburn has given up 63 points or fewer in 4 of their past 6 games, and neither team shoots the ball well from outside. LSU is below 35% from downtown, and Auburn is hitting just 30.2%. Auburn doesn't have a true lead scorer, and I believe that LSU will step up their defensive intensity here at home following a blowout loss on the road. LSU is averaging less than 60 points per game over their past 3 contests, and they shot just 29.5% from the floor in their most recent game against Alabama. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.